Welcome to AI in 8 minutes or less, your daily AI update. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story about a brand new AI challenger that's coming from a pretty unexpected place, the world of crypto. And this isn't just another project. It's a collaboration that could be a real threat to the biggest names in tech. It all kicked off with one heck of a bold statement.
Wow. Okay, so let's just let that sink in. That's the quote that really got the AI and crypto communities buzzing. Now, that is a massive claim, for sure. But it hints at a really fundamental shift in how powerful AI can be built and, more importantly, who gets to build it. We're not just talking about a new model here. We're talking about an entirely new way to compete. And this is really the central question for us today. This gets to the absolute heart of why this could be a nightmare for a company like OpenAI. See, while all the giants are pouring billions into fighting each other, a new, super collaborative approach is bubbling up from the decentralized world. And, it might just be their Achilles heel. Let's break down how this all works.
So first we got to understand the playing field as it is right now. The world of AI, as you know, is pretty much dominated by a handful of massive companies. Think OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, the usual suspects. They all operate inside what you could call a walled garden, where they're fiercely competing for the same resources and the same customers.
This slide just lays out the difference perfectly. On one side, you have the big tech model. It's all about competition, right? They're constantly trying to cannibalize each other. Partnerships are tricky, often blocked for brand reasons, and most importantly, they have a near monopoly on the computing power you need. Then, on the other side, you have this decentralized AI model. It's the total opposite. Collaboration is actually built into the system with incentives. Anyone can partner with anyone else, no permission needed. Compute is shared globally, and because of this, as we're about to see, they can ship new things incredibly fast.
So who exactly are the players in this new alliance? Well, it's not one giant company. It's actually three smaller, independent teams from the crypto space who realized they'd be stronger together. And this wasn't just a vague promise. They actually teamed up and shipped a live, working product.
And this is how they pulled it off. It's pretty brilliant, really. Each team brought a crucial piece of the puzzle. You had Venice AI handling the front end, which gave the model instant distribution to their 2 million plus users. Then you had Dolphin, who are kind of the brains here, fine-tuning the model. And finally, Targon brought the power, the decentralized secure computing network to run it all. So boom, right there, you have a complete independent tech stack from top to bottom.
So what did this dream team actually build? Well, they shipped a model that goes right into highly controversial territory. It's something big tech companies have very intentionally stayed away from, often citing major safety concerns. They created a truly uncensored AI.
Zero.
What does that zero mean? It means zero refusals. The team tested this model against over 4,000 prompts that mainstream AIs almost always refuse to answer for safety reasons, and it answered every single one. So we're not talking less censored here. We're talking completely, 100% uncensored. Now, that's a huge technical achievement, but it obviously opens up some very serious ethical and safety questions too.
So how on earth did they do this? Well, this is the really wild part. They did it without using any big tech infrastructure. No AWS from Amazon, no Azure from Microsoft. It was trained for a whole month on 8 super powerful B200 chips, the same kind of hardware Meta and OpenAI use, but this hardware was just contributed by strangers on an open network. And crucially, they managed to do it while avoiding what's called the IQ tax. That's the performance hit you usually see when you strip all the safety filters off a model.
Okay, so the fact that this model even exists is already sending some pretty big shockwaves through the entire trillion-dollar AI industry. There are really 3 major implications we need to unpack here. First and foremost, the compute monopoly is officially being challenged. For years, if you wanted to train a world-class AI model, you had to go to Amazon, Microsoft, or Google. They basically owned all the hardware. Well, this project just proved that you can build a production-grade model completely outside of that walled garden. That's a huge deal. Second, this whole thing bypasses a key part of the current AI business model. A big piece of OpenAI's moat, their competitive advantage, is controlling access by carefully filtering what the AI will and won't say. By creating a powerful model that has zero refusals, this collaboration directly attacks that entire control-based approach.
And third, and this might be the most important part, this isn't just some fringe experiment.
The underlying tech has been validated by an industry titan. The tech giant Intel actually co-authored a research paper on the security of Targan's network, which basically confirmed its data is encrypted and secure. That is a massive stamp of approval.
But as significant as all of this is, the uncensored model itself, it isn't the biggest threat to big tech. The real story, the part that should truly have them worried, is something else entirely. It all comes down to velocity.
Yeah, exactly. The crucial point here isn't whether this one model can beat GPT-4 today. It's about the speed, the shipping cadence. It's how fast the decentralized community can now build and ship these powerful tools. That momentum, that velocity, that's the real story.
I mean, just look at this timeline for a second. Just a year and a half ago, the whole idea of training a major AI model on a decentralized network was pretty much science fiction. Today, it's not just happening, the pace is picking up like crazy. If this speed holds, some people believe the decentralized space could actually catch up to today's most advanced frontier models within the next 12 months.
Which really just leaves us with this one final critical question. We are absolutely in an AI arms race, and what we're seeing is a clash of two totally different philosophies. On one side, you have the huge, centralized giants built on size and control, and on the other, you have this nimble, decentralized alliance that's built on pure speed and collaboration. Which approach is going to win out? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to AI in 8 minutes and never miss what matters.